the SGA website on a regular basis. Closer relations with RHA, IFC, and PHC, and PHA, athletics, and a laundry list of other things. Require Director of Public Relations to hold 2 week-long Senate publicity drives. We will set a clear goal to fill all at-large senator positions by the end of the first month of each semester. And we will regularly meet with all student organizations. I'll let Aaron use the rest of the time if he wants to.
Okay, I guess our concern is just similar to the one that Zach and John have brought up. Developing a program that allows students to save money on books and travel is a direct quote from your platform. It's a great idea. Don't disagree. It would benefit students. We want to know what that program looks like. How are you going to get it done? A study abroad option for Spanish-speaking students, I think we have that in Spain and Argentina. So what are you talking about when we're talking about a Spanish-speaking study abroad option? We would just like to see more, over the next couple days, more time spent on talking about your platform, your ideas, and how you're going to do that. That's all we'd like to see. So thank you. Okay. Our question for the John Maddox and Zach Smith ticket is, on your platform, we've noticed you've listed bringing a new email system on campus. We're wondering if this is the same system SGA has made recommendations on domain names for, and Computer Services and Information Technology Council has already begun implementing, or if you're talking about bringing a new system to campus.
Thank you. I'll answer. The email system is something that Zach and I have been working on for several months. We've both sat on the university committee that has been working to make this happen. Now, it's true that it's something the university has been working on by itself, but Zach and I have been representing the student voice during the process. Further, the money saved from the conversion is directly tied to the logistics of other initiatives on our platform. It's not something we've spoken on regularly because, like you say, it is not something that we are championing, but it is tied into our platform.
Certainly, and we appreciate all the work that you've done with the new email system. I guess Chris and I's just concern regarding platforms on both sides is just basically having new ideas, actual ideas that aren't just being implemented currently right now to make your administration look better 2 months into that. We want to see some ideas that are fresh, some ideas that may take a while to implement.
We'll take some questions from the audience now. Where are them? It's one mic. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pybus. Now I have a question, a particularly pointed, multi-layered question for Mr. J. Bowling, yourself, nothing for anybody else, I apologize. Now, I'm a rusty old graduate student who used to play this game, the SGA game, years ago, and I'm curious, a 3-layered question, if you could answer it for me, so I apologize for length ahead of time. First of all, as a matter of public record, Jay, you say that platforms are just ideas that anybody can do, and that they're really not important, and frankly, I think that's ludicrous at best, and personally insulting at worst, considering I worked for 2 years on a gas discount program, and every president of this university before, well, anybody had done. I'm interested in that. Second of all, I want to know why you say that a laundry list of leadership roles is insignificant, which I find a little bit ironic, because I would expect the president of my university, which I still have a vote at, to have demonstrated leadership experience at this university, to have knowledge of university infrastructure, to know about its proud history, and have
Sean,
results for some time. I'm almost done.
Cross question, not monologue, okay?
Okay, I'm almost done. Lastly, you say, we should walk or vote for you based on experience. How am I supposed to vote on a candidate who has been a student here for 8 months? 8 months. How am I supposed to feel confident in that, as opposed to Mr. Henry, who's been here for 5 years? I speak my piece. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean, for your question. I'm going to address the first one. First thing, I never said, and I never will say, platforms aren't important. What I said was vision and an overall goal for this university is more important than specific ideas. And let me repeat this very clearly: any person elected can do. If students want it and it's from Zach Smith's platform, I'll do it. Second thing I'll address. I also never said leadership roles were insignificant. I have my own laundry list, and I'll be the first one to tell you it's not as long as anyone's up here at Missouri State University, but I'll also tell you that it's twice as long as anyone's up here outside Missouri State University. And to your third question is about my 8 months and Aaron's 5 years. Well, if you're giving Aaron 5 years, you should give me a full year, because next year will be his 5th year. The second thing is, our ticket has been at Missouri State just as long as another ticket up here. Ever since I've been at Missouri State, I've been in SGA. You know, I really regret not coming to Missouri State my first year, but I got accepted to every university in the state, and I came here to Missouri State for a very good reason, and I'm here to stay. Thank you.
Anyone else?
This question is directed at the Polly Sanaki ticket. In doing research about bringing a real bear to campus, the cost associated with bringing a real bear to campus are somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 million per visit. Now, who do you propose would stomach the cost of bringing a real bear to campus each Saturday that there's a basketball game?
Okay, well, first of all, I really appreciate the opportunity to clarify this, because that type of a program is not at all what we're talking about bringing to Missouri State University. What we're talking about here is bringing, not to basketball games, but to football games, which happen, 4 or 5 home games a year, 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon. A bear from the Dickerson Park Zoo comes over and allows students an opportunity to maybe snap some photos, bring a little more pride to the university. But what we're talking about here is not like what Baylor University has, where they have a bear den on campus and house 3 bears year-round. We're talking about 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon. We think the Dickerson Park Zoo would be willing to join us in this effort, A, because they're a nonprofit organization. What this is going to allow is more publicity for their organization. A lot of students, I don't think, on campus know that there's a zoo here in town, so it'll get them more publicity, more foot traffic through their doors, allow them to generate a little more revenue. We'd also allow the Dickerson Park Zoo to solicit donations from alumni, community members here in town, so they'll be generating revenue in that regard. We think this is going to help strengthen community relations with the university, and the Dickerson Park Zoo is a nonprofit organization. And it's something that has been done here at Missouri State University before, so we don't see any reason why we can't do it again. Thank you.
This is actually for all 3 tickets. Being a university ambassador, I'm really concerned about undergraduate recruitment. So I just wanted to know what each of you thought your ticket could bring as far as recruiting new students to Missouri State.
Thank you for the question. I'm going to keep this very brief and let Aaron have a chance to answer as well. I came to Missouri State for a very specific reason. And that's our public affairs mission. Like I said, I got accepted to every major university in the state. I think more emphasis on that public affairs missions will be important. Our public affairs missions allow students leadership roles in every aspect of campus life. We have an advisory board for almost every single department on this campus. No other campus in the state has that. I promise, I looked. I went to Drury last year. I was right down the road. I chose to come here. I wasn't a high school student like, I don't know, let's pick numbers out of the hat. I made the wrong choice my first year, so I really think that perspective on helping bring more students will be beneficial.
Jay and I offer what we think is a more friendly conversational piece as leaders of this university. Mainly me. I'm more of the get-to-know-me person. But we think that the university is really lacking on promoting the things that we're strong at. We may not have the best basketball team or football team or an athletics program that is just stand out in the nation. But we do have a lot of things that we can be proud about that people tend to forget. We're looking at baritones being in an international contest. You're looking at the band who's national.